could we isolate and bind demonic power. It could enable us to conquer the world. And that is the wish of His Holiness.
What a crock. And you may as well ditch the efforts, pal, because His Holiness is dead.
But His Holiness has been reborn as an angel.
An angel.
And soon, so shall I.
In a series where the main story is always human versus demon, light versus dark, it's strange to notice that we rarely discuss the third of this classic trinity, angels. Devil May Cry doesn't shy away from telling us plenty of lore behind demons, their biology, magic, and hierarchy, and it's not like we need a primer on how humans work. But angels are always left unclear whenever they're brought up. In this video, we'll be going over what we know about these holy entities as they appear in the series, some real-world parallels, as well as what each example tells us about the world of DMC. Now, it's not like angels have never been touched upon, but if we don't count the reboot where they take central stage alongside demons, it's actually very rare that an angel is mentioned and it really is one. Almost any time we see what we think is an angel, it's immediately made apparent that it's simply an angelic-looking demon. Lucia's Devil Trigger, the Angelos from Devil May Cry 4, or the Fallen from Devil May Cry 3 are all examples of what I'm talking about. There's also the 7 sins that we see in the Devil May Cry 3 manga, which Arkham says look like angels in his eyes, but Virgil is quick to call out the fact that these are simply demons with an angelic appearance. The Order of the Sword show us how a demon can end up being worshipped and elevated to the status of a god, or seen as some sort of guardian angel, going so far as to give the insect-looking Sparda a brilliant white marble statue with white feather wings and a halo. You'll find false deities are not an uncommon tale in Abrahamic religions. If you open up any of their religious texts, from the Bible to the Quran, you'll find many examples that begin with a group worshipping an idol before a messenger comes along to set them back onto the right path. Anything could become an idol, from celestial bodies to an entirely made-up figure. In the case for this group, however, their object of worship is a demon with legends surrounding his heroic deeds. Speaking of which, the Order of the Sword do possess possibly the only piece of evidence we have towards the existence of real angels, the Wing Talisman. Its file says that the talisman is a crystallized wing, and it looks like an amber fossil to me. Going on a brief tangent here, I wonder just what sort of process created this thing, and what the crystal is encased in is. Is this some sort of orb? Is this feather encased in demonic blood, tears, or fluids? But more importantly, this is the one claim to the existence of angels that isn't immediately followed by a demonic plot twist. Or is it? None of the other angels in this game's story are really agents of God. They're merely poor fools who think they've risen up into angel status. The files for the Fallen in Devil May Cry 3 state that they had fallen from grace in English, whereas the Japanese release states that they once resided in heaven. It uses the phrase "it is said," leaving the claim dubious at best. It's possible that the feather in the Wing Talisman is from the Fallen or another demon like it. Like Nero says, Kratos may think he's become an angel, but the truth is nothing the Order of the Sword creates could truly be holy or good, not when their goals come at the cost of lives. Nothing that would so carelessly throw humanity away could ever be holy in the world of Devil May Cry. Now, why would a demon want to look like an angel anyway? The Demon King Mundus gives us a good idea for why a demon may take on this sort of look. The image of a bearded man sitting atop the clouds is synonymous with God in some faiths. Think Zeus, or the way the Christian god is depicted in old Renaissance paintings. His initial form is very angelic too, so once again, this makes Mundus appear holy. It's a form of deception to try and get humans to worship him, or simply just Mundus's big ego showing. He presents this grand image and shows off, but deep down he's as pitiful and disgusting as any average hellspawn. As it says in 2 Corinthians, Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. Sanctus is of course another example of this, how he starts off like some sort of seraph before we see him again exposed for the demon he truly is. The goal behind this look is clear as day. Lure humans in with the imagery. There could have once been a time where angels did in fact roam the earth. These demons need something to base their deceptive appearance on. Humans wouldn't fall for it if white feathers and light wasn't an image they recognize as safe and warm. What I'm trying to get at is, even when the games do tell us that something is angelic in origin, that we're also given reason enough to doubt that. Am I saying the Wing Talisman isn't an angel feather? No. It's probably exactly what the game says it is, but we've been given enough evidence to doubt, and it stands to reason it's another lie the Order believes, given the themes of the story. Out of all the pseudo-angels we've discussed so far, Lucia is the biggest exception to the rule. She puts a wrench in the trend of their deceptive looks being a disguise for their evil nature. Where the others are a false angel that hides the evil within, Lucia's devil trigger reflects who she truly is inside. She's a selfless protector and a demon with the capacity to cry, so a dove-like form suits her well. Then again, there is Kratos, who, unlike Sanctus and Agnus, has far less ugly physical traits. He's not completely demonic looking, and kind of looks like a literal guardian angel with a shield. Just like Lucia, this reflects who Kratos is as a character. He has good intentions, but is sadly misguided compared to the other two who are rotten to the core. So after all we've discussed, you have to ask, where are all the angels in this world? Are there truly none to be found? The Tokyopop translation of the Devil May Cry 3 manga took that scene of Virgil and Arkham discussing the 7 deadly sins and just made things up. This translation was awful, and nowadays I can't even find scans of it to show the scene, so bear with me. In this version, when Virgil argues the deadly sin status as a demon and not an angel, Arkham says that at one point those are one and the same. The idea that demons originate from angels who committed grave sin is very much based on real-world sources. You'll find many tales of one entity committing a sin against God and then being cast out along with those who chose to follow it, such as Iblis in the Quran, who refused God's order for all to prostrate before his latest creation, Adam, or the biblical figure of Satan, whose pride and ambition to be equal to God had him removed from the ranks of angels, and some say he was cast out by the angel Michael. That would be the narrative Tokyopop wants to roll with, and it has its real-world inspiration, but truthfully nothing else in the series lines up with it. This original release was a very poor job of localization, and I shouldn't even be bringing it up, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on it. In the end, there's lessons to be learned from everything we've covered so far. The Fallen and Mundus teach us that not everything is as it seems at a first glance. After all, it makes sense that something truly evil hides under the banner of righteousness. The worship of Sparta reflects our real world, in that a genuine act of good can be twisted by those looking to exploit it for power and self-gain. And perhaps someone like Lucia, with her kind soul and angelic devil trigger, remind us that when someone has a good heart deep down, it truly shows in one way or another. Maybe one day, a potential sequel will touch on why we've never seen angels. But for now, that's all we have. I'm sure some of you have your own theories about angels, and I would love to see them in the comments section. But for now, my name is Mr. Grimm, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Hey, thanks so much for watching. This is going to be me going off script a little bit for a little outro. Thanks for watching my first major video. I was really worried when I was making this, really worried that I would come across as preachy, or the like, you know, bringing up all these Bible verses and these other things. So I hope I could clear the air here and tell you that wasn't my intent to preach. This is just me putting my thoughts into words. But I had a lot of fun making this. I had a lot of fun making this, even though I'm still new to this whole video essay thing. I had a lot of fun writing this. This script was started way back in May, and it was like 400 words, and I wasn't happy with it. And over the course of a month, I really learned to refine the script. And also, I got to learn all the software. I touched the Fusion tab for the first time, even if it was just for adding a little outline to that thank you for watching you're seeing on screen right now. I'm hoping that beyond this, I'm going to talk more about games besides Devil May Cry. Hopefully I get to talk about things like Castlevania. Maybe I get to talk about Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. I don't know if I'll be able to talk about some of the books that I really don't feel there's a demographic for that, but hopefully someone will watch it. But yeah, this took me quite a while to make. Most because of my own laziness, I would call it. I would call it laziness, yeah. And hopefully, this is the start of something great. Thank you so much.